Hello, you're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. The undisputed and reigning queen of R&B, Ms. Mary J. Blige, is back with a new record. It's entitled Good Morning Gorgeous, and she released that on February 11th. This is her 14th studio album, and it follows her 2017 effort, Strength of a Woman. And I would argue that Mary is the queen because she's the one that is up on that stage on Sunday with Dr. Dre and Snoop and Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. I cannot wait for that performance. She's just truly one of a kind. She belongs there. And I think the most fascinating thing about her is the way for 3 decades now she's been able to be so relevant and so influential. There are very few musicians that are able to work at that level for that long. So I really just commend her for what has been a very impressive career. And, you know, the cool thing about her, I love the contrast, the balance of this, great understanding of traditional rhythm and blues and soul, and her ability to take risks. And I would say that that's one of the reasons that she's been able to be so relevant for so long. I would say that there's some misses. I'm not a huge fan of that collaboration that she did with Drake, but more often than not, she's hitting the nail on the head. And this record is very interesting because it's a very interesting contrast to that risk-taking. I would say that this record overall, as far as the R&B sound, is very traditional. There are very few risks that she's taking on this record. And for someone on their 15th record, I would normally maybe be more critical of this, but there's something about the feeling of this record. It's working. And, this record it's got great emotion and great feeling lyrically. There's moments where it's very tumultuous. Mary J. Blige is doing this record in the aftermath of her divorce, which is very public. And so there's, certainly, lots of themes of loss on this record and struggling with that. But there's moments of joy and optimism on this record as well. And I like the contrast. And I think that with the just mellow R&B music, the title really, it speaks for the mood of this record. This is the type of record that you can wake up and press play on in the morning, drink your coffee, and get your head on straight and tackle all of the emotions, all of the things coming at you. This record really is about embracing the good and the bad and just taking life in stride as it comes at you with your head up, with optimism. And I really dig that about this record. So, kudos to her for being able to, I guess playing it safe was like maybe one of the biggest risks that she could have taken in her career. And so I think that's interesting. It's definitely working on this record. No Idea is your opener. It's got this classic soul and classic pop feel. Really like the intro and the way that it leads into Love Will Never. This is a beautiful song. It's got this melody. This music sounds like it's being made with a harp, and it's got this aquatic effect to it. It really it gives you this feeling like you're underwater, and I dig it. This gentle beat carries the song, and there's this sparse instrumentation that I really dig, and it's prevalent throughout this record. It's one of my favorite things about the music on this album is that the production is very well done. I like the subdued beats, and I like the sparse instrumentation and the way it moves in and out of these songs. Very nicely done. Here With Me, featuring Anderson .Paak, probably one of the more poppier and just straight R&B driven moments, but I love the hook. I love how funky and soulful he is. I mean, anything he's working on, I'm just digging these days. So great addition to this record. Leads into Rent Money, featuring Dave East, and this is probably my favorite track. This track just feels like contemporary jazz. And you talk about this, loose arrangement, the sparse instrumentation. This is definitely my favorite track, certainly a highlight. And it's a very interesting song when you think about the way it leads into Amazing, which is one of the lead singles on this track. And it's, for as gentle and as subdued as this record is overall, it does have its moments of experimentation and Mary J throwing out some bangers. And, her featuring DJ Khaled on this, you get this dance hall hip hop feel to this track, a bit of a trap influence as well. But this song, definitely a banger. And it's a very interesting segue on those tracks there, but it works. And it just speaks to her risk-taking and, why she is so great. You get the Good Morning Gorgeous interlude. And I love just the attitude here. The idea of no matter how beat down you feel, no matter how rough you might look, give yourself a look in the mirror and just tell yourself, "Good morning, gorgeous. You are beautiful. You can do it." It leads into the title track, which I love the way the bass sends just this gentle groove in the song. I love the melody and the harmonies on this track. Definitely another highlight. Your 8th song, Come See About Me. Love the R&B feel of this song. It's just got this gentle piano and other gentle instrumentation throughout it. Nice feel of that song. Great change of tempo. You talk about a little more of that risk-taking. Your 9th track on top has got Fabio Foreign on it, which, he doesn't seem like the type of hip-hop artists that would work with Mary J. Blige, which is exactly the reason why the two of them would want to work together. Especially Mary. That's exactly why she would want to work with this guy. Big anthem on this song. Really dig it. It's an excellent track. Leads into your 10th song, Love Without the Heartbreak. I like the dreamy, sparse instrumentation on this music. It's got biting lyrics and just this excellent coda that changes the mood of the track. I would say that this is definitely the most unique composition on the album for sure. Failing in Love is your 11th song. Love just the straightforward soul, funk, and R&B song on this. And this song is a great example of Mary J. not doing anything super experimental or reinventing anything, but just showing off why she is one of the best. You know, there are artists that just have this ability to write better hooks and better melodies, and it's one of the reasons, it's one of the things that sets her apart from others. It's one of the reasons I love her so much. You get Enough, your penultimate track. It's got a great hook, kind of one of the darker moments on this record, an anthem about recognizing what you have and, you know, idiot, like wake up, like a family, the beautiful things in front of you, whatever it might be. You know, there's, I feel like often this desire in our society that feeds on so many people that, you know, they can't find contentment. And oftentimes it's as simple as just taking a moment to pause and reflect on how fortunate you might be and looking at what you have in front of you in your life. So I like the message in that song. And I like the way that it leads into the album closer, Need Love, featuring Usher. Just a good old-fashioned banger. It's got that, like, early classic 2000s feel. Made me very nostalgic for spring break in college. You know, that's just me. I'm just at that age where that song made me laugh, but it's a great way to end this album. And I really dig this effort. This is a very unique album from Mary, and I like that laid-back feel. And again, this is the type of record that you're just going to be able to wake up any morning and press play on and just get your head in a good mood. This is a phenomenal record and a vinyl piece for sure. And so I hope you enjoy this record. I hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Do all the things to help me blow this project up in 2022. And stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.